So you're gonna be finishing memorizing, and while you're doing that, pay attention to whatever is marked, right? This is 22.
Yeah.
So also fixing mistake.
I think I know because it's all in orange.
Yeah, so it's easier to spot them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to.
Problem is, this thing's almost out of lead, and I don't have purple orange lead. And
That's the thing that I used to have same pencils, and then I ran out of lead.
I don't know where I got the pencil, but I got the pencil.
Yeah, so I had different colors, 4 different colors.
Yeah, it was a good bad. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to. So we have Andante and we have chromatic polka. That one is newer, right?
It's newer. Yeah.
So let me hear that one. So that one we have 8 sections, right? Both hands together, fingering, notes, sharps, downs, U shapes, shaping, right?
Yes.
So 1 through 8, so that's the whole thing. Yeah. Choose tempo that is comfortable. Okay.
Is that the ending?
No.
It's like it seems to be cut.
It says right here. The answer right there.
Okay.
Okay, so what's happening here? What is going on? You didn't practice on it, right? That's the only explanation I would right? So did you forget to practice on this part?
Yeah, I didn't get up the practice.
I mean, because we didn't play it last week, so this the homework was from the previous week,
Yeah.
right? So from the October 30th,
Yeah.
right? So you have 2 weeks to do this. Can you tell me why did you neglected this part? Any particular reason? Forgot what to practice piano?
No.
What did you forget?
I forgot to practice it.
This piece entirely? You only have 2 pieces, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't practice on this piece at all?
No, I did, but not as much as the other one.
Well, this is a total disaster. And
Yes.
yeah, I didn't want to stop you, but that was. Look at this. They're not. I don't think there's a single measure without mistakes, right? If you count mistakes, it's overwhelming. You're skipping staccatos. Your fingering is off. Your legato is not like this. And we have the same thing playing over and over, and you're making exactly the same mistakes. That is overwhelming. And this is, you didn't even bother to check the notes here. Yeah, so this is total disaster. I don't know why you left it like this. You didn't take care of this. So this is basically you didn't do your homework. 2 weeks, by the way, right? No, this is even for sight reading is very weak. You know what? That's not an excuse.
I know. I just kind of forgot.
You know what? I really don't understand how. If you would have 10 pieces, I could understand that you forgot one of 10 pieces. That you practice on the 9 pieces, right? But when you have just 2 exercises and 2 pieces, to meet a mister, how can you forget about one of your pieces? That's 50% of your music, of your pieces. Well, but even if, let's say, you're playing this for the first time in your life, right now, when you were playing, and then you see that I'm marking down, you go into this part and you're making exactly the same mistake. It's exactly the same part with exactly the same notes, and you're repeating your mistakes. Then we have the same thing here, third and fourth time. You're doing exactly the same thing. You're playing this note incorrectly, forgetting to connect this note. All right. So that's just this is so poorly done for.
I kind of forgot to put everything together.
You played separate hands. But the thing is, usually, if you learn really well separate hands, then you shouldn't be making that many mistakes when you combine hands together. That means you didn't learn well.
I can put it
With no mistakes. Listen, it's very unusual to make that many mistakes. I don't see that. Okay. So I probably shouldn't be comparing my students, right? But just generally, because I can't help myself that we all probably compare, right? So I'm not talking about the musical details. I'm not talking about any specific skills. I'm just talking about the amount of mistakes that you're making. This is because we're not supposed to change things. We have to play exactly what's written, right? So we cannot change them. And you're doing that pretty much in everything you play. You notice that we always write down notes, counting, fixing mistakes, right? And then this is not normal to have to make that many mistakes. Okay, let's take a look at this part. There were fewer mistakes, but you didn't do any of the things that are for technical wise what we do. Can you play a little bit before I let you go? This part. Crescendo. Staccato. Right, so look at this big arrow. Exactly. So this is actually one of the main elements. Telling you honestly, this is not a very difficult piece from my point of view, right? But I do like this piece a lot because, first of all, of course, sometimes if you learn correctly, if you will be able to fix all mistakes and memorize it someday, we will play it faster. This is really, it's fast, okay? And it's fun, okay? One of the things essential here is this breathing that we create. Right. In faster tempo, we reduce that, but in slow tempo, that's when we teach our muscles fly up, then a down, crescendo, up even more, then a down. See that? We do this a lot on this piece. We do lots of this breathing, so which you don't have. So, okay. Well, it's all there. Okay, and don't forget to have another piece. So nothing new. Andante and chromatic polka. It's really about quality of playing. One section at a time. You probably don't play by small sections, and even if you do, I'm not sure if you're actually looking at the music and really checking everything that is marked there. Okay.
I started having a hard time after I learned both hands together.
Well, that's why we,
No, after you told me to start playing.
That's normal process. First, that's why sometimes certain pieces we can even start both hands together right away. Some, I think it's a good idea to start separate hands to let ourselves to learn it really, really, really well, and then combining hands together. Yeah. So we're not going to be playing everything in separate hands all the time. Right? So
it's got confusing after.
Listen, if this would be just the only thing that you'll be making mistakes, I would say yeah, maybe. But because you're making mistakes in pretty much everything you play, and the amount of mistakes is really overwhelming, right? Then I don't think it's about these particular pieces. It's about your practicing. It's about your strategy or lack of strategy. Okay, so it's